Hey guys, what's up? It's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. So, I was going to do a live stream to celebrate our 400 subscribers, but I thought, you know what's even better, and you know what I love? I know my people love story times. So, first of all, let's get past everything that I need you guys to know. I need you to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you fall upon this video, or you're just cruising around YouTube and you find me, go ahead and subscribe. I promise you will not be disappointed. I'm going to be just killing it, uploading content as much as I can, story times and experience videos, just trying to share my life with you guys, because I love doing this and I love building relationships with people. I love it. So go ahead and subscribe. Check the bell so that way you'll know when I upload, and let's get into the story time. So, let me sit down on the ground because I'm not comfortable there. Okay, so you guys know that I've been sober for 3 years. My sobriety date is July 13th of 2015, but I have a lot of really crazy stories that I'm going to tell you guys. But today, the story we're going to talk about is the first time. Well, was it the first time? I'm trying to think. Anyway, we're going to talk about rolling ecstasy. I had never rolled ecstasy until I was probably about 25 or 26. It was right after I lost my job at the revenue office. Remember that? And me and my boyfriend that was beating me up, he and I broke up. So it was in between. I was still in Hot Springs, and so I hadn't moved up here to Little Rock yet. I haven't met Neil. I hadn't had a baby, so I think I was probably about 25, and it was right before I went to prison. So I went to prison, remember, in 2009. So I was hanging out with my best friend. We went to high school together. His name's Matt. I'm not going to say his last name, but he'll probably watch this video. We grew up together. We went to school from kindergarten to 12th grade. Little background story on Matt. When we were younger, he had a huge crush on me. When we were in the 10th grade, he wrote the whole Hey Lover song by LL Cool J. He wrote it out, gave it to me, and basically asked me to marry him, and we were in 10th grade. And of course I said no because I was dating Robert, remember? So after we graduated high school, we both went our separate ways. I started, getting really heavy into methamphetamine and working at Shoe Carnival and then the revenue office. And then he just kept kicking it with our friends. We used to hang out with these two twins, James and John. And he just kept on hanging out with them and just staying around Hot Springs. And so we would cross each other's paths every now and then, at different people's houses, because we were all getting high. Well, this is just so funny because it was the first time I had ever done ecstasy, and I don't know what I expected. But anyway, me and Matt had ran into each other at my friend Nathan's house. And we had rekindled our friendship and started hanging out all the time. I would go over there, we would just get high and hang out. Me, him, James, and John. And we would just go to each other's houses and just get loaded. Just get high as fuck. And kick it together, drink, smoke, party, just kicking it, listening to music. Matt had an apartment at this place called the Cultural Campus. So his apartment was an old classroom inside the old high school, that Hot Springs High School. So it had a chalkboard in it, and it was a real big, just one room, but it was big, a huge classroom. Got a bathroom in it, a little kitchen, but it was all connected. So one night we had went out, we met up with the twins, and we were at this kind of party house in Hot Springs. That a lot of people would just kind of go through. I guess nowadays you would call it a trap house, where people just frequent through to get dope and then leave, and it was just constant, traffic. Well, there's this guy, they used to call him Psych. He passed away. He got killed in Texas, but he was what he was doing was he was trafficking ecstasy from Texas into Arkansas. And so he always had like hella ecstasy tabs on him, like the ones with the little Superman emblems, then the red and green apples. And the way ecstasy tablets would look is they're just like little pills, like about that big, and they would be like colored, usually kind of thick like that, with a stamp on them of like something, you know, like I said, green apples, red apples, Supermans, lightning bolts, the green money ones, the money symbol ones. Well, Psych was over there, and we were all kicking it, and they were like, hey, you know, Psych's got ecstasy. And so I think we were paying like $10 a pill for them back then. It wasn't like a lot, I don't think. And so we bought like $100 worth, like 10 pills, so we could each take 3. So I took 3, I took 2, held 1, Matt took 2, and James took 2, and his brother took 2. I think that's 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. So, oh my God, you guys, I had never taken ecstasy in my life, but I will tell you this. I had this impression that it was going to be like heroin-based ecstasy, and that I was going to like get real tired and gnawed out. It was not like that at all. When I tell you that I was sitting there like kind of waiting for it to kick in, we went to Kroger and got a gallon of orange juice, and we would pass it around between each other. We went back to Matt's apartment. We got a CDs. I called myself, oh my God, y'all are gonna die. I was like, my name's D-O-double-G, Nicole, the DJ, DJ Nicole Double D, or something like that. And we just sat there and drank orange juice, and literally, like the minute ecstasy starts kicking in, y'all are gonna die, but I'm like this, like my teeth started chattering, like I was cold, like, and then it also, just like when you use a shot of meth, it feels like your hair is growing out of your head, like you can feel new follicles of hair coming through the hair holes, because it's like all of a sudden, it's like they dissolve in your stomach, I guess, and then the stimulant, because these were meth-based ecstasy pills, and the stimulant will come through, and I'm telling you, your pupils, you can look at yourself in the mirror and watch your pupils go and just cover your whole eye, and then you're like, and then your hair's growing, and then it's just like everything, like you touch yourself like this, and it's like, it feels so good, and then you're like rubbing your own skin, and your own skin feels so soft. Your own hands feel so soft. Everything is amplified times 1,000. Like every feeling that you can feel is like so 1,000 times more than it would be, you know? And if you're with somebody that you're like sexually attracted to, then you're going to be like touching them, and they'll touch you, and then they'll touch the back of your neck, and it feels like they're going up inside of your brain. That's how their fingers just feel like they're melting into your skin. That's how I can, like when you touch yourself, it feels like your hands are going through to your bones. It's crazy. But that was my first experience ever rolling, and I was with my friends. I wasn't hooking up with Matt, you know what I mean? Like, we would just kick it. And so, it was just like us kicking it, having a good time. But, the next time I rolled, I had got this great idea that I was going to take ecstasy at my job. And at that time, I had got a job, and I was waiting tables at Olive Garden, you guys. And I was the hosting that night. And so, Matt and James came up and dropped me off a couple of ecstasies, and I decided to pop them bitches while I was at work. And I'm at work hosting, and Matt and James come up there, and I'm going, I don't know why my mouth would chatter like that, but I'd be like, and everybody, it's like people knew that I was not right. I left work early because I was like, I went to the bathroom, like made myself throw up, because whenever they would kick in, like if you have good ecstasy and it kicks in real fast, you will vomit. Like I would vomit everywhere. And so I went in the bathroom, threw up, and came out. My boss was like, you can go home early. I think it was like 8:30, and we closed at 10, so it wasn't a big deal. So I left and went home, and or I didn't go home, but I left and went back with my friends, and we went back to Matt's house. And just like from that day forward, you guys, like I would go through stages of my addiction where I would just like be on one drug like real hard. And so I was like rolling ecstasy every single day. And what they say is when you do ecstasy, it like eats the holes in your brain. You know what I mean? And I was like, it just felt so good. And the ecstasy that my friend was getting was so, it was like, it was stimulant based ecstasy. So I wasn't like, it made me want to do things. It made me want to be around people. It made me want to be touched. And I started hooking up with some of my friends' friends, like the twins. We would have all these like wild sexcapades, you guys. And I'm so glad that we're all like friends, and I can look back on it now and they're like not talking shit about me or something. But when I was in my addiction, I was a little hoe. I was a little hoe. But anyway, that was my story about rolling ecstasy. I just wanted to share it with you guys. But just remember, like, I'm not gratifying or like saying, oh, drugs are so great. But these are experiences of mine that like I'm never going to have again. But they're so much fun to share, because I know that maybe you guys, like, y'all don't want to go out and do this. You guys are trying to stay sober. So it's like, if you haven't done it, you can live vicariously through me. But real talk, like when you roll ecstasy, it just feels like your senses are on overdrive, and anything that touches you, it feels sexual. It feels erotic. It feels like, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm getting all weird over here. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Next story time, I'm going to have to think, but I have so many story times I can tell you guys that it's just like going to be never ending, because I did so many crazy things. I know the next story time is going to be, it's going to be about a holdup. And when I mean holdup, I mean, okay? All right, guys. Love y'all. Talk to you later. Don't forget to subscribe, share my channel with your friends. See if they like it. See if they like crazy story times. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.